Exclusive video in the first 10 minutes showing the moments leading up to an officer-involved shooting that played out on Phoenix streets today.
And there's no wall at the boundary. It's just a 4-strand barbed wire cattle fence for 25 miles.
That Arizona rancher had a Border Patrol agent shot on his land, and tonight he says he's not surprised. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have new exclusive video showing the moment a Phoenix police officer opened fire on this suspect right here. Tonight, the man who recorded that video, actually it's in his side mirror here, says what he saw doesn't match up to what police tell us what happened.
The suspect was killed. This happened in central Phoenix this morning. Derek Stahl is joining us now with the video that you will see only on Arizona's Family. Derek?
Well, good evening. Police say there is no body camera footage of this shooting. So this 10-second video you're about to see could be a critical piece of evidence in the use of force investigation. Initially, Phoenix police said the suspect was advancing towards the officer. But the video seems to show something different, and the witness who took it says that's one of the reasons he decided to share it.
Fool is running from the cops, and the cops negotiating with him. Got a bloody face and everything. I don't know what's going on. Oh! As a citizen, you just feel like it's your part to just at least, just share what I saw.
Patrick McGee was stopped at a red light near Osborne and Central on his way to work when something unusual caught his eye.
I saw the blood on his face, and I noticed he had no shoes on and no shirt, and then I saw him being tailed by a cop, and I decided to pull out the camera.
Phoenix police say they had tried to arrest a man for trespassing at the nearby Extended Stay America Hotel around 7:30 a.m., but the man was able to break free and run away with one of his hands in a handcuff. Police said they tried to tase the suspect, but it had no effect. An officer caught up with the man about a block and a half away.
At that location, the suspect in the incident advanced on one police officer.
That was how police initially described the encounter. Later, they said this.
The suspect turned towards the officer again, raising up his hand, which was handcuffed with one cuff. And at that point, that is when the officer discharged his service weapon, ending the threat.
McGee says he couldn't tell what was in the suspect's raised hand, but he felt unsettled by what he saw.
Did you think the suspect posed a threat to the officer?
At the time, I could tell you in my gut reaction and initially seeing it, no, it did seem a little, anytime you're seeing somebody being shot in real life, it seems excessive.
And we shared that video with police tonight and asked them for a comment. Just before 9 o'clock, a police spokeswoman told us that the video offers, quote, a brief but valuable perspective of this incident. She said the video will be extensively reviewed and evaluated, and she added, we ask for patience as we work through this investigation. Scene in Chris.
Derek, thank you. New video, all new here at 10. A train slams right into a car. It was all caught on camera.
Yeah, this happened this evening in Flagstaff. Take a look at this. All right, this happened near Ponderosa Parkway and Route 66. This was around 5:30 this evening. You can see right there, the RV is not touched, but the car it was hauling was hit. So no one was inside the car, no one was hurt, but that car is absolutely crushed.
And take a look at this. About an hour ago, border agents in San Antonio, Texas made a big bust. They stopped a semi and found this, 20 people inside. There were no children in that semi, but several of them needed medical attention. One had to be hospitalized. And we are staying on top of developing news from our Arizona-Mexico border.
Tonight, a cattle rancher is telling us a U.S. Border Patrol agent was shot on his property. He says it happened early this morning in a remote part of his ranch near Arivaca. That's about 10 miles north of the border. Now, after the shooting, other Border Patrol agents took several people into custody. The rancher says this area is a major drug and immigrant smuggling route. And he says the only way to keep everyone safe is to build a wall on his property.
And there's no wall at the boundary. It's just a 4-strand barbed wire cattle fence for 25 miles.
The FBI is helping in the investigation. We are still working to find out what exactly led up to the shooting and how that agent is doing tonight. We will bring you updates on air and on our AZ Family mobile app. And tracking your tomorrow, lawmakers in D.C. will hold closed-door meetings on 2 immigration bills that could soon go to a vote. One of the bills denies dreamers a path to citizenship, while the other includes safeguards for dreamers and a stronger border security plan, including a border wall. See?
We are getting some new video coming in from the Hollywood Hills tonight. Look at this as a fast-moving brush fire tore through the L.A. area. This is near Benedict Canyon. You can see the smoke and flames coming very close to some homes and mansions in that area. Teams of firefighters on the ground and in the air working to contain this fire at this hour. And take a look at these new aerial shots. They're coming in tonight from Colorado. Look at this neighborhood. As crews battle the massive Buffalo fire, you can see homes, cars, trucks. Look, even the fire crews right there, just absolutely covered in red slurry from airdrops. Those aerial crews trying to really create, look at this, a barrier between this fire and these homes to keep this fire from growing. The fire is burning actually near the town of Silverthorne, which is just west of Denver. More than 1,300 people have been forced out of their homes.
What's wrong with you? Sir, you need to go back to your seat.
Very emotional outburst there. That's the father of a 19-year-old ASU student from China who was murdered in a road rage incident in Tempe. Well, today in court, the father of the victim made it clear the family wants the woman who shot and killed her to stand trial. Instead, the judge accepted Holly Davis's plea of second-degree murder, which carries a mandatory sentence of 25 years in prison. But for the victim's family, they say that is not enough.
Please, our honorable judge, no less than first-degree murder and life imprisonment. All we want to do is to protect the whole society and fight for the justice for my cousin.
In 2016, Tempe police say that Davis rear-ended Yi Jiang's car, then got out and shot and killed her. New information tonight about the Valley man who went on a killing spree.
We're talking about Dwight Jones, and he spent the last 9 years unemployed, living in a hotel off the money from his divorce.
Well, today his ex-wife said that the money ran out and Jones snapped. Jared Dillingham now has more on her revealing interview.
And we are very grateful to be alive today.
Dr. Connie Jones is a radiologist who financially supported her ex-husband Dwight Jones during their 20-year marriage and for years after their divorce, despite ongoing abuse and threats from him.
That he could wait for a long time before he got his revenge. That he could wait years, and he would wait until my defenses were down.
Dwight Jones repeatedly tried to get through our security.
Rick Anglin, a retired officer put in charge of Connie's security, would later go on to marry her. He used safe houses, rental cars, and other measures to keep Connie and her son safe.
It became a way of life to have a different route to work every day, to never go to the same grocery store, to never do anything repeatedly.
I felt that I had a personal terrorist.
She says she watched Jones's mental state deteriorate and tried unsuccessfully to use the courts to force him into treatment.
Looking at his eyes, there was nobody in there.
They spoke today to send condolences to the families of her ex-husband's 6 victims and to thank the agencies who eventually tracked him down. Connie says they're left with a mix of emotions, from grief over the deaths to relief.
His death, I think, is the best thing that's come out of this whole ordeal. And I hope that where he's going, he will finally get what he deserves.
I'm Jared Dillingham for Arizona's Family.
Unbelievable what they have lived through. And coming up later in this newscast, for the first time, we are going to hear from the lawyer that Jones set out to kill, but instead he gunned down 2 women in her office when she wasn't there.
All right, let's get a look at that forecast. Highs today, 109, and we have another excessive heat warning on tap tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be another hot one again for your Wednesday. Satellite and radar showing dry conditions here across the valley. We're going to head down south and show you the latest on Hurricane Bud. It is weakened a bit, now a Category 1 hurricane, but look at the track. We're going to watch this closely throughout the week. They continue to push it a little further towards the east, but we're still hoping by Friday evening we'll see some of that moisture push up into our area. They're still giving about a 30% chance of showers and storms in the forecast. So tomorrow, another reminder, heat warning again for your Wednesday. Staying hot again Thursday. We'll hit a high of 109, increasing clouds. And there's a chance for some storms in the forecast. And that, of course, can change with the track of that storm. We'll keep an eye on that. But notice the temperatures. 93 on Friday, lower 90s, well below average on Saturday, and looking real nice for Father's Day. High of 96 with overnight lows in the 70s. See?
Loving that. Thanks, Paul. It's the promise you'll see only on CBS 5. Everything you need to know in the first 10 minutes.
But coming up next, a desperate search.
We feel so violated by what happened and distrusting of people.
Her priceless memories stolen, and now there is a call asking for help to get them back. Plus,
acting fast to get the job. It's an interview like no other, and one wrong step could get you, all wet. That's coming up when CBS 5 News returns.
Save big on new floors with Empire Today's Buy One, Get Two free sale. Buy floors for one room and get carpet, hardwood, or laminate for this room free. And this room free too. Empire makes flooring easy. See samples in your home. Get a free estimate during your appointment, and your floors will be professionally installed. Don't miss Empire's Buy One, Get Two free sale. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Brought to you by Nissan.
And I know forever is never gonna end. 'Cause you and I.
I'm here at my house. That was fast. I miss you.
'Cause you and I.
Cox will have your internet and TV up and running on day one, evenings and weekends included.
Have you been denied Social Security disability? Call the experts at Reyes & Reyes, 623-251-4097.
More local news, more original content, more investigations, more news you care about. Your #1 story on your #1 screen, anytime, anywhere. 3TV, CBS 5, Arizona's family. What does Arizona mean to you? At CBS 5's Pay It Forward, it's about community.
We want to say a big thank you.
Every day, people offering themselves.
Just something that I felt in my heart that I needed to do.
Blessing lives and empowering people.
I can't put it into words what it means other than to say thank you.
CBS 5's Pay It Forward, sponsored by Wells Fargo, Arizona Lottery, Valley Honda Dealers, Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza.
Sometimes good things should happen to good people.
Together, we are Arizona.
Take a look at this new video coming in tonight from Hawaii's Big Island. You can see the flow of lava from this fissure is actually pretty steady. And that has crews changing their emergency operations.
it's some good news here because now that the lava has found a solid route to the ocean, officials are letting some of the residents actually go back to their homes. She was one of the targets in a murder spree that killed 6 people. And for the first time tonight, we are hearing from the lawyer that Dwight Jones set out to kill.
Her name is Elizabeth Feldman, and she lost 2 of her friends during the deadly rampage. Brianna Whitney is live from Scottsdale tonight. Brianna, what did she have to say?
Well, those 2 paralegals who were murdered in her office were 2 of her good friends. And while she's thankful to be alive tonight, she is very bothered by the one thing she says failed all 6 of these victims.
Laura Anderson and Valeria Sharp, 2 paralegals who lost their lives to a man who meant to kill somebody else.
And they asked me, and the first person I thought of was Dwight. And
years ago, Elizabeth Feldman represented Connie Jones during her divorce and child custody battle with her ex, Dwight Jones, the man suspected of murdering 6 victims tied to that bitter case. Feldman was not at her office that Friday, but her 2 good friends and paralegals were, Anderson and Sharp. They were gunned down by Jones instead. Anderson had worked at the law office for over 10 years. Feldman close with her family.
we watched our children grow together. In fact, our oldest daughter would nanny for my daughter at times.
And Valeria Sharp had moved to Arizona with her family about a year ago, now leaving behind her husband and 2 young children. Their murders coming a day after Jones killed Dr. Stephen Pitt, who Feldman had requested Mr. Jones to see due to his history of domestic violence and mental health problems. And talking with police, that's when she knew she may have been the intended target.
They asked me about any cases, and at that time they said any cases connected to Dr. Pitt. And the only one I had that there was any violence was Dwight.
And while some have blamed the court system for failing these victims because Jones had a history of making serious threats, Feldman says she believes the fault lies somewhere else, with our state policymakers.
He was arrested in a violent episode with a gun. How somebody like that can continue to possess guns and possess them legally, that's, I think, where we need to start.
Now, Feldman's involvement with this case was many years ago, but Connie Jones revealed today that Dwight told her he would wait years to get his revenge when her defenses were down. Reporting live in Scottsdale tonight, Brianna Whitney for Arizona's Family.
So much revealed in these interviews today. Brianna Whitney, thank you. Loading your kids into your car, really, it should be no big deal.
But actually, in this extreme heat we're having, it can be downright dangerous. These are photos from a mom posted on social media of her baby's second-degree burns caused by a hot car seat buckle. Phoenix Fire Captain Rod McDane tells us when the weather gets this hot, their number of child burn calls goes up, which is a good reminder that car seats, door handles, seat belts, they can all cause second and third degree burns to little people.
Extreme heat. When we have the type of heat that we're facing right now and we're expected to be facing, vinyl seats can get up to 150 degrees on contact. So you have to be careful with the surfaces in your car.
I literally have had to wait it out until the air conditioning cools things down before we can buckle them in. It's scary.
Yeah, the best thing you can do to protect you and your children is get that AC going a bit before getting you and the kids in the car, and maybe throw a towel or a blanket over the top of car seats as well as seat belts if your car will be sitting outside in the hot sun.
Millennials may struggle with student loan payments and finding the right job, but many see themselves becoming rich. More than half of the people between the ages of 21 and 37 expect to become millionaires eventually. Well, that's according to a new survey by TD Ameritrade, and 7% of those surveyed said they thought they would have $1 million by the time they turn 30. Hey, work hard for it.
Right. Speaking of money, Wells Fargo banning the purchase of Bitcoin with its credit cards. The bank says it's just too risky. Bank of America, Citigroup, and JP Morgan Chase all banned credit card cryptocurrency purchases earlier this year. The banks are very concerned that they would have to eat the loss if customers can't cover the cost of Bitcoins that they would charge on those credit cards.
This is so nice. Take a look at this. New at 10, a special send-off for members of the Cardinals. Community specialist Leo Longoria works on the kitchen staff for the team and for the Arizona National Guard. And this evening, he was deployed, but not without a proper goodbye. Look at this. The whole team surprised him, sending him off with a lot of love. Very nice. Also new tonight, members of the National Guard in Hawaii, they are going tiny when it comes to helping people forced out of their homes from the Kilauea volcano.
Yeah, check it out. Teams are now putting together these microstructures as shelter. The small homes are equipped with all the amenities needed to live. The team has actually constructed 20 of these micro shelters for the residents of the Big Island. A family that lost their mom. They still continue a tradition of going on vacation together once a year down to Rocky Point.
But this time on a pit stop to Arizona, they had something very precious stolen. CBS 5's Lindsay Reiser explains how they hope social media will help them get their memories back.
The handle and lock was just completely broken. They had just smashed the lock and somehow gotten in through that.
Chelsea Wilkes says her family vacation to Mexico did not start on a good note after they stopped at this Avondale hotel to rest.
We feel so violated by what happened and distrusting of people.
They say they called police after their black Excursion was broken into overnight Friday, and her laptop, a gray MacBook Pro with a Lilo and Stitch sticker on it, was stolen.
I don't have backup computers. I don't keep things on CDs much anymore.
Chelsea says the laptop was hidden underneath the driver's seat and contained some of the last remaining pictures she has of her mom.
I lost my mom in 2015 when I was 18 years old. It was very sudden. It was a car accident.
Chelsea, who lives in California, posted on Twitter and was overwhelmed with the response.
It actually kind of blew up a little bit more than I expected. The response has been so kind for the most part.
She's hoping 3,000 retweets will get her laptop and those precious memories back.
The response has been just so kind, and for every bad person, the tweet blowing up so much has made me realize that for every bad person, there's 100 good people.
Lindsay Reiser for Arizona's Family.
We really hope she gets that computer back. Well, new tonight, it's like no other interview. Potential mail carriers, they have to put on life jackets to do the route.
This is the coolest job. Take a look. New video coming in from Wisconsin as teens try out for a spot to deliver the mail on Lake Geneva. Watch. The lake homes get serviced by this mail boat that has been delivering mail like this for 100 years, but they got to be fast. They got to work fast and hard because that boat simply does not stop.
It's a workout, it takes a lot out of you, but the people keep it fresh. It's always their first time seeing it, and they're always like completely in awe.
Mail delivery to 75 lake houses starts June 15th, and it goes until September 15th. Those who make the cut will spend about 2.5 hours a day working on this unique mail route.
I would not want my kid to do that. That looks dangerous.
Listen, I cleaned a beauty salon in my teens when it was the era of perms. I would kill for this job.
You can slow the boat down a little bit more.
We're coming right back.
CBS 5 This Morning, followed by CBS This Morning.
Redefining morning news.
Delivering news for a new day. Weekday morning starting at 6 on CBS 5. Paul Horton, weather, first 10. CBS 5 News at 10.
A small commitment at least one day a week helps reduce ground-level ozone pollution and helps us all breathe easier. Ride public transportation. Carpool. Commit to one day and help keep ozone away. Visit cleanairmakemore.com to learn how you can help.
Wet n Wild is the one where you get more water park fun. More of everything you want. Yeah, more rides, more slides, more family fun. And more value with big savings online or with coupons from Subway. Go Wet n Wild Phoenix, get more.
Another summer and still struggling with that fat that won't go away with diet and exercise? Now you can lose that stubborn fat in just one day at Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist. In a single customized procedure, Sono Bello gently removes fat and shapes your body for life-changing results.
I just never thought that I would get there. And look at me now.
This summer, get your best body with a group practice of over 100 board-certified plastic surgeons across more than 40 locations nationwide. Call 800-806-4383 to schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. For a limited time, we're offering an amazing summer special. Book now and get one area free. That's your love handles, thighs, even your chin, absolutely free. With affordable financing plans, Sono Bello fits almost any budget. Call for your free no-obligation consultation today and find out how to get one area free. Call 800-806-4383 now.
I could do it myself.
Don't forget your jacket.
I know, Dad.
Dad, I got this.
Sure you got everything? Yeah, of course. Hey, can you help me with this? I thought you knew how to do that. Yeah, but I can't do it like you. I'm proud of you, son. Thanks for all your help, Dad.
Here's to the guy who taught you everything. Happy Father's Day from Men's Warehouse.
It's not what we ride that defines us. It's what happens along the way. We may not know where the ride will take us, but one thing's for sure. With the Law Tigers, you never ride alone. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, Arizona's motorcycle lawyers.
A small commitment at least one day a week helps reduce ground-level ozone pollution and helps us all breathe easier. Walk to lunch, skip the drive-thru and go inside. Commit to one day and help keep ozone away. Visit cleanairmakemore.com to learn how you can help.
Truly great salads are grown, not made. And at Kneaders, our salads start here. We take the first pick of the harvest and then let those flavors shine. We take the credit, but nature does most of the work. Experience a truly great salad, only at Kneaders.
Welcome to summer. Welcome to long days and having a blast. And welcome to Big Surf Water Park, now open. And be sure to download the Big Surf app for hours, specials, and more. Big Surf Water Park. Welcome to summer.
Get CBS 5 News anywhere with the all-new AZ Family News app. The day's top local stories, plus your 7-day forecast, all in the first 10 minutes. It's about time. CBS 5 News at 10.
All right, a look at that forecast once again. Yeah, another excessive heat warning again tomorrow. Hey, starting to see some clouds push up from the south. Loving to see that, and hopefully we'll see some moisture, and it looks like we have a chance of it later this week. 83 degrees for a low, 47 in Flagstaff. Here's your high temperatures. We'll get up to 110 tomorrow afternoon. Stay cool. We'll see temps in the 80s up in Flagstaff.
All right, thank you, Paul. The Arizona Cardinals opened a 3-day mini camp this morning.
But there was a little bit of drama. One of their top players was a no-show, and right now it's unclear when and how this story will end. Tim Ring has more tonight from Tempe.
As we talked about last week, I said I wasn't going to address, players that aren't participating.
Day one of mandatory minicamp and already adversity for new head coach Steve Wilks. David Johnson absent, holding out in hopes of expediting a new contract.
David's not here, and we got to keep going. This is the National Football League, man. All right, it doesn't stop for myself or any other player. You guys have seen it across the league throughout the years.
Johnson is slated to make $1.8 million in the final year of his rookie deal. While he sits, he's missing valuable reps with a new coaching staff and 3 new quarterbacks.
Dave's been here. He was here pretty much the entire offseason. Obviously, he wasn't here today, but I'm not worried about David at all. He's a tremendous player. Whenever he gets back here, I know he'll be in shape and he'll be ready to roll.
In Johnson's absence, backup running backs like rookie 4th-round pick Chase Edmonds will carry the load.
Right now, I'm just trying to inspire the guys that I can handle the job. Obviously until David comes back or whatever the case may be, but really just to pick the offense up and let them know that I am ready when my time comes.
Now for the Cardinals, this is a negotiation that will probably take some nuance. David Johnson, we know, when healthy, is one of the best running backs in the National Football League. But keep this in mind, at the end of this season, Johnson will be 27 years old. In 2015, he was a part-time player. In 2016, at the end of the season, he suffered a major knee injury. And in 2017, he played in only 1 game. The Cardinals have to find a number that not only works for Johnson, but works for the organization long-term. With the Cardinals in Tempe, I'm Tim Ring for Arizona's Family.
Happening right here.
I don't want to talk to you.
Well, I want to talk to you.
We have a winner.
What are you doing?
Brought to you by Spencer's TV and Appliance.
No matter where you read it, hear it, or who quotes it, Spencer's will always beat it. Spencer's TV and Appliance. It's like having a friend in the business.
At the law offices of Donald W. Hudspeth, the business of our firm is business. Hi, I'm Don Hudspeth. For 25 years, we've practiced business law and litigation for business owners, and we don't do anything else. Our firm can help you start a business, buy or sell one, draft and negotiate a contract, or handle a partnership dispute. So, whether you're just starting out or running a business with global reach, our experienced attorneys and staff are ready to serve you.
Contact the law offices of Donald W. Hudspeth today.
I would come into work as early as 3 and 4 in the morning to avoid people. When you've got 10 to 12 teeth missing, you can't hide that.
Having to talk in front of groups, he was very shy because he didn't like to, show his teeth or smile.
For years, I would dream of a place where I could go and one day come out and have all my teeth.
A clear choice. Our responsibility is to educate you and facilitate so you are very comfortable with the decision you're making.
Doing dentures just wouldn't work for me. It was a very collaborative and team approach. They've got a lab there. Everything gets done in the lab. Clear choice, put together a personalized plan, and I've got the best smile I could ever ask for in one day.
It is 100% transformation.
Gold
can become a lesser.
We start out with the latest on breaking news coming out of Sky Harbor Airport.
No matter where you read it or who quotes it, Spencer's will always beat it.
Hey, we're going to show you the D-backs highlights, but they're still playing. Look at this score, 13-8. The D-backs scored 6 in the first inning.
Awesome.
The Pirates then roared back and scored 6 of their own in the 4th.
Wow.
And now it's 13-8 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Let's wrap it up and win this thing, D-backs.
Paul Goldschmidt, he's back. Goldie
Yes.
is back, everybody. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at your high. 110, excessive heat warning throughout the early evening hours, and then we'll start out the day around 83 degrees.
Go
Ouch.
from cheering to Goldie to 110.
Sorry.
Nobody's cheering for that one.
No, I hear boos.
Stay hydrated and stay cool, and thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.
ACFamily.com, powered by CBS 5 and 3 TV. Access Arizona's family online anytime. Brought to you by the law offices of Donald W. Hudspeth, business attorneys for business owners. Visit us at azbizlaw.com. The day's top stories, in-depth investigations, giving you more in the first 10 minutes than some stations do all night. CBS 5 News at 10.
It's